Welcome to part 3 of our 3-part series on how to set up and publish an online registration form. In this part, we are going to go through the registration process of the online registration tool that was created in part 2. This will show the process your registrants will go through and give you an opportunity to see if you need to make any changes. If you have not viewed Parts 1 and 2 of our series, you may want to go back and review those videos. Now let's begin Part 3 by clicking on the preview link on the Publish page of our online registration tool. This brings us up to the registration card where you see the name of the registration, processing fee, the date and time, along with a warning that pop-up blockers must be disabled, and a registration button. In order to begin the registration process, an attendee would just click on the register button. This brings up a pop-up window, and now they can begin filling out the attendee information. So we'll go through the process. As you can see, there are asterisks beside the fields, which indicates these fields are required. If I did not fill out one of these fields, it would not let me move on to the next step. We're going to enter another attendee by clicking on the Add Another Attendee button. We'll scroll down a little bit, and now we will enter in our second attendee name. Click on Next Step. This brings us to the activity page. You can see the change that we made for the word activity. It now says seat reservations as we entered into the options page of the event registration tool. Also, you can see that Terry and Amy Smith, both of the attendees, are showing here as columns in this table where we can select either number of tables per individual or individual seats. In our case, we're going to use individual seats, but you can see here that there is a drop-down menu here. If you click on this, you can see that we allowed up to 5, and so the individual can select how many tables they wish purchase if that was the case for these attendees. In our case, we're just going to put in checks for both of these items. And notice that our instructions for the notes are right here, where we added please provide any food allergies. So with Terry Smith, we're going to say peanut allergy. All right, with our notes there, we can see that our subtotal for this particular activity is $70. There is a $5 processing fee as we set in our options for a total of $75. We can now go to the next step. Here again, we're warned of the $5 processing fee. We'll select the attendee for the billing information. We'll enter in an address. Our payment methods are either by credit card or by bank account. We set those under the options of the registration tool. Here we're going to select bank account, and we'll put in our routing number and then our account number. We'll select the account type. It's a checking account. With all that information, we can then click on Next Step. This brings us to the Review and Confirm page. Check this information carefully. Your registration is not complete. You need to go through this information, scroll down to the bottom, and when you're satisfied this information is correct, you want to click the button to finish registering. Now it's going through and processing a payment and adding Terry and Amy Smith to the registration list. Here we have our registration receipt. We recommend that the attendee prints this receipt for their records by just clicking on the print button and then selecting either a PDF or their printer. We've completed the process of creating an event in the CDM Plus desktop, creating the online registration link to be used on your website, And we've gone through what your registrants will see when they go register for an event online. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have questions regarding any of this, feel free to go to our help center at help.saran.com, and you will see a contact support button at the bottom right-hand corner of the window. Click that and we'll be happy to help you.